Now, Rimsky, Korsakov and Dostoevsky are among the famous Russians now being swapped for Britain's Queen Elizabeth I and William Shakespeare. And this cultural exchange of portraits celebrates the 160th birthdays of the National Portrait Galleries of Moscow and London. Let's take a look.
This is Moscow's Tretyakov Gallery. It houses a collection by Russia's greatest portrait artists. 26 canvases rarely seen outside of Russia are being prepared for transport to London.
The quality and not the quantity matters. In this exhibition, we will be presenting to the London audience really highlights of Russian portrait paintings from the second half of the 19th century and early 20th century. But these highlights are at the same time portraits of Russian intellectual elite.
The gallery is named after Pavel Tretyakov, who created these collections. He was a patron of the arts who also visited the National Portrait Gallery in London, where several of these portraits are headed. The two galleries were established in the same year and exchanging paintings now to celebrate their joint 160th birthday.
Regardless of how hard the times are, the contacts, the will to exchange, the will to cooperate between the museums is very strong. I would say now, I think it's even stronger because we understand that what we are doing is a kind of compensation of the relations which are not the best at the moment.
There's cause for rejoicing on both sides.
We've got paintings coming from Russia's greatest national gallery, some of which have never come to London before, showing their greatest sort of cultural figures, Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, Mussorgsky, Rimsky, Korsakov, and at the same time the National Portrait Gallery is lending pictures which have great resonance in Russia of Shakespeare, of people like Walter Scott, of Dickens and of the great kings and queens. The Russians are very keen on British history and British culture.
The William Shakespeare portrait is especially valued as it's the only one with a good claim to have been painted from life. Other famous Britons on their way to the Tretyakov include Queen Elizabeth I, Charles Dickens and Isaac Newton. Russia's Tretyakov collection are on display in London from March to June 2016, and the British portraits will be shown in Moscow from April to July. Liang Hong, CCTV.